washed you an apple for breakfast.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yummy. The sleep we got last night was decent. It was about as good as you can really expect, considering the highway is right there behind us, which is sort of one of the pros and the cons at staying of a Cracker Barrel, is that, you know, they are right off the interstate, typically right off the highway, so you don't have to go very far. It doesn't take you away from your trip. You can almost always find one along the interstate somewhere. However, it's pretty loud. This is one of the louder Cracker Barrels that we've stayed at, but it's still better than overnighting at a Walmart typically, because Walmarts are usually open 24 hours a day, so there's people coming and going constantly, you know, honking their horns as they're locking them, or, you know, they're slamming doors and stuff, which obviously I know Walmart's not a hotel or anything, so, you know, the noise that people make coming and going from the store is okay, because they're just going there to shop, but it's just one of the things that as an RVer, you need to know that you're going to have to deal with if you're going to overnight at a Walmart. Whereas Cracker Barrels, I mean, check it out. This parking lot is basically empty here back by the RV and bus parking, so as far as people coming and going, it's usually a lot quieter at Cracker Barrels, and that's why we came here. But the reason we didn't really get that great of sleep is because, you know, we had that bleach spill yesterday, so we had to leave many windows open last night just to keep ventilation going through the trailer, because it reeked. You know, if you've ever been in a room, like a confined space with bleach, if you don't have any ventilation, it'll start to burn your eyes, and, you know, it'll affect you in very negative ways. So yeah, we had to keep the windows open, so we had the furnace on, basically running all night, so I'm sure we burned through a decent amount of propane because it was like 40 degrees last night, so that was a bit of a pain. So we're hoping for a bit of a smoother travel day today. We're hoping to go another 600 miles to get a third of the way to our destination. We're in Denver, Colorado right now. I'm not sure where 600 miles is gonna put us, but yeah, that's what we're shooting for, another 12-hour day. All right, it's our first stop today. It's like 3:04, so we've been driving for a long time. Oh, wait, we're still on Mountain Time, right? We're on Central.
Our clock is. I don't know what the time in Nebraska is.
Me either, but fuel is still nice and cheap here. It's $1.99 a gallon, which is fantastic. We've driven about 250 miles today already. So yeah, I mean, we've been on the road for a while. The time has flown by. Thank you to our live streams. Thank you to the guys, everyone that came to our live stream. We're about to go live again. It just makes the time go by so fast. We've gone a total of 800, just over 850 miles total. Jenny took a power nap. Are you feeling more awake now, Jenny, than you were?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like passed out. So yeah, I mean, the trip's going good. Everything's going fine. I think we're gonna get some pizza because we're in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and we got really lucky that there is a pizza joint inside of this gas station, so I'm getting pretty hungry. You want some pizza, Jenny?
I'd love some pizza.
Sweet. All right, time to fuel up. I'm gonna let Sweetie out so she can go potty, and we're gonna get us some grub.
Are those pizzas?
Heck yeah, yeah. I got you a cheese pizza.
Nice.
Sweetie is extremely interested in it. And I got myself a like a Supreme, says classic combo, but it's basically a Supreme pizza.
Delicious.
Yep. and I got us a couple of Starbucks double shots. 220 milligrams of caffeine, I looked it up online. So it's more than like a cup of coffee or something. So this should get the job done. I know you're tired.
I'm so tired.
I'm doing okay. I could be a little more awake though, so I think this will get the job done. Did you let Sweetie out?
I did let Sweetie out.
Awesome, all right.
We're good to go.
Yep, 3:15. Yeah, this is a nice, we're trying to be really quick with our stops just so we don't waste any time because we're trying to make pretty decent time. So we're not like super hurry, but we're, you know, not messing around.
It's important to get there because I'm tired of being on the road already.
I know, but we're more than halfway there. So we're doing really good. We're doing really good. 1,000 miles, guys. We've driven 1,000 miles now on this trip. And it's been a long journey, let me tell you what. We have 1,800 miles to go total. Thankfully, we're well over halfway. We're still in Nebraska, and it's just been this. Basically the whole time, just flat, plains, not a lot of trees, not as many trees as I had thought. But we're getting there. Sun's setting though. We'll get there eventually. Butters is still asleep, she doesn't care.
She never cares.
Oh, and the live streams.
Oh yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
Hi everyone.
We've been live streaming with you guys throughout this trip, and we love live streaming with you guys. You help us, you help the time go by so much faster. And I mean, because this is like highway hypnosis, you know, it's like the same thing for endless amount of hours, hour after hour after hour. So you guys really help break it up. Thank you for spending time with us. All right, so we were driving down the road and Jenny just asked, hey, do we need fuel? I looked down and sure enough, yeah, we're gonna need fuel within the next 30 minutes or so. And, 30 miles, 30 minutes. And I asked her, yeah, let's find fuel somewhere. And as I'm saying that, I look up and the very next exit that's coming up, fuel, diesel fuel for $1.59 a gallon. I got 17 gallons for $27.34. That is awesome. I'm loving these fuel prices. Back out in Utah, it was still like $2.50 a gallon at most gas stations. So the whole $1 a gallon cheaper. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, look at those prices.
I know. This is incredible. I love it. I hope this keeps up forever. Can we just keep these fuel prices right here forever?
I mean, that would be really nice.
Yeah. This is like fuel prices from when I was in high school, like 15 years ago. So it's fantastic. Thank you, sweetie. Yes, I needed those licks. Oh, are you ready for dinner? Yeah, it is, what is it like? It's dinner time for them, isn't it?
It's 7 Central, so yeah.
Oh yeah, 7:30? Yeah, it's food time for you and the kitties, isn't it? Yes, it is. Let's get you some food, big doggy. Mwah.
It is food time for these crazy animals. Let's see if we can do it in the truck. Whoop, whoop. Hi, sweetie. Sit, sit.
She is ready, wow.
Look, I'm gonna have to hold this one.
Allie's getting to eat. We have to give her this tall bowl because she is the messiest eater ever. And then Butter's eating up there.
I am luckily not hungry. That pizza killed my appetite. It may not have been delicious, but at least now I'm not hungry. And I gotta tell you guys, I am not liking this weather. This weather is cold. I like it when it's in the 80s. I like being able to wear shorts and tank tops and be outside in the hot sun and just really enjoying the heat. And it is 50 degrees or 47 degrees or something outside right now, and I hate it. I really do. I do not like any amount of cold. It can be like 65 outside and it's still too cold for me. So I'm having a hard time with this.
Good old Midwest.
Yeah, it's not quite warm enough yet to be wearing shorts outside. And I know she wants to go out. I'll let her go potty too. Some of you may be like, I wear shorts when it's 20 degrees outside, because David used to do that. He used to be that person. And I'm not afraid to say it, you guys are weird. You're weird if you do that.
You gotta go potty, pup? You ready to go potty? Yeah. All right.
All right. Hang on. I gotta get you out of here. All right.
Whoa, she's just ready. Wow. We've made it to our second overnight destination, which is, again, a Cracker Barrel, this time in Des Moines, Iowa. And this one is a lot quieter than the one in Denver, Colorado. It's still right off the interstate, but there's like this large earthen, formation that is blocking a lot of the sound, thankfully. Again, Cracker Barrel is like the best place to overnight for RVers. It's usually quiet, it's well lit, so safety's not really a concern. And if you are hungry in the morning when you wake up, which I don't know who isn't hungry for some nice breakfast, you've got them right there. You can go in and get breakfast. So yeah, we love staying in Cracker Barrels. Definitely the best place to overnight in, just if you're looking for a quick spot just to sleep in and nothing more. In the parking lot, they've got a specific RV and bus section, which is where we're parked at right now, and it's completely empty. We are the only ones here in this parking lot, so I'm looking forward to a great night's sleep. During one of our live streams today, though, I was asked a great question by a new RVer that I just wanted to share with you guys in case any of you could learn from this tip also. And they just asked me, what tip do you have for a brand new RVer? And the number one thing that I tell people that are new to RVing is that you need to pay attention to your tires. So many RVers have issues with tire blowouts, and there are 3 things that you can do to make sure that you reduce your risk of tire blowout. And the first one is to always have your tires properly inflated. So check your tire pressure before every trip, especially a huge long haul like the one that Jenny and I are on. We've been checking our tire pressure every morning. The second one is to make sure that you don't overload your rig. So never go over the maximum weight of your trailer. So with it fully loaded and full of water, you want to take it to a cat scale and weigh it to make sure that you're not overweight. And then the third thing is not to exceed the maximum speed that your tires are rated for. A lot of trailer tires aren't rated for speeds over 65 miles an hour. Some are, but many aren't. I know our tires are not rated for speeds over 65 miles an hour. So when we're on the interstate, we only keep it at 60 miles an hour. I set the cruise right at that, and we don't go over that. So if you follow those 3 rules for trailer tires, then that will greatly reduce your risk of blowouts. We've never had a blowout, thankfully, and hopefully we never do, as long as we keep taking very good care of our tires.
I am just checking our route for tomorrow. We made excellent time today. I think we drove 13 hours? Yeah, that definitely deserves a high five, because as of right now, we have less than 500 miles until we can make it home. That is less than 10 hours.
Heck yeah.
Less than 10 hours, and then we're home. And if I wasn't so insanely exhausted, and David was cool with driving for a lot longer than just a couple of hours, then I would say let's just head home now, and then we can get there tomorrow morning. But that's a lot to ask, and I really just need some sleep.
I gotta go to sleep.
That's a lot. You know what I realized, though, while checking this route? The last Cracker Barrel we stayed in was 7.5 miles out of our way one way. So it was total of 15 miles out of our way. So that added 15 miles to our route. This one is literally a half mile off the highway.
Heck yeah.
So we didn't add any time stopping here. That's so fantastic. I can't believe how awesome today went. Yesterday was the worst driving day with our trailer behind us that we have ever had. Snow, pouring down rain, no signal, and then bleach all inside. That was awful. Today...
And then a car meetup at the place we're trying to sleep.
I know. So bizarre. But today has been amazing. This Cracker Barrel is quiet. We've had no issues. It's been fantastic. We just need one more day like this and then we'll get home no problem. I really hope that tomorrow's driving day goes off without a hitch just like today. Where's wood? I need wood. Here we go.
I hope that's real. I was knocking on a tree outside because I was talking about tire blowouts.
Oh my gosh, all of it. I'm knocking on all of it. I think it's at least some form of wood. It might be glued pressed wood, who knows, but it counts. Totally counts. But I'm gonna go to bed now.
Hey you, pup. Are you tired? You ready for sleep, honey? Yeah. And we'll get that harness off you and then it's bedtime for all of us. We are awake, we've had our coffee and tea, the pets have all been taken care of and fed, and we're about to start our last travel day, you guys, until we are finally home. We've got about 500 miles left, so it's gonna be a shorter travel day than the previous two. I can't wait until we are there.
I'm so excited. Last day on the road, and man, I got awful sleep last night. I don't know why. I was so exhausted when we stopped, and then I couldn't sleep. It wasn't until almost 4:30 in the morning that I think I finally got to sleep. And then we were up at 8:30, and now we're getting ready to hit the road, so we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna need like 2 days to recover from this, David.
Are you driving a little bit today?
Oh yeah, I'll drive a little bit today.
Are you starting, or do you want me to start?
I can start too.
Alright.
I'm awake now. I've got my tea. I've almost finished it. I have to finish my tea though.
Alright, how's it looking in here?
Almost done.
Alrighty.
Gotta get the rabbits in their cage, take my allergy medicine, and then we're good to go.
Sweet, let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
We've been driving for a really long time today already. I mean, how long have we been on the road? We've been on the road for about 4 hours now, right? Maybe 4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've gone nearly 300 miles. We've only stopped to fill up once, and fuel was 205? 209 a gallon?
209.
Yeah, we got diesel for 209. So still not quite as good as yesterday when we got it for $1.59 a gallon, which was
so nice.
I know, it was incredible. If only we could get that every time we stop for fuel. But you know, I'll take 209. That's still pretty good. It's better than out west even, so I'm fine with that. And you may notice that I'm not driving. Jenny's driving. And Jenny's actually driving, not because I'm tired or anything. I actually prefer driving. And she actually prefers being the passenger, but the reason I'm in the passenger seat now is because Jenny went live 3 times yesterday for like 2 hours each, so that's 6 hours total of just non-stop talking, so her voice is killing her. And so I was like, okay, well, how about I sit in the passenger seat, I'll take over the live streams. So that's what we did. We've gone live once, and my voice is killing me now. After just one time, I even told her, I was like, I don't know how you went live 3 times yesterday. Because after just doing it once, my voice is killing me. But Jenny is an excellent driver. She knows how to tow the trailer on the interstate just fine.
I got this.
Yeah, you confident?
Oh yeah, I'm not worried at all.
Yep.
The wind is annoying because it keeps pushing us side to side. The wind is actually really strong. When we get out, it seriously is pushing me around. And I know that I don't weigh a ton, but still, it's pushing me around, and so I can only imagine how much it's pushing the trailer, but you can really feel it on the interstate. Every time we pass the grove of trees and it's just open farmland, it's pushing the truck and trailer a lot. So it sucks, but it's okay, not bad.
Yeah, here in the Midwest, you know, there's nothing really to break the wind. So we get some pretty intense wind out here, and you know, that's why they have so many wind turbines. Right when we got into Iowa, for some reason Nebraska wasn't taking advantage of the pretty intense wind they have, but Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana does a little bit. Does Indiana have wind turbines? Not really. It's kind of when you get into Ohio, so I don't know what Indiana and Nebraska are doing, but a lot of these Midwest states take advantage of that. But yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's definitely windy here. I just got off the phone with my dad though, and I let him know that we're less than 6 hours away from home now. We're gonna be arriving sometime around 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is their time. And yeah, it's nice. We're only 264 miles away, so we're not too far. I'm getting excited. Heck, I'm just excited to be done driving. We've been on the road for so long now, just staring at just highway. Highway hypnosis is the thing, I'm telling you. Jenny, you excited?
I am excited. We're about to go through some construction though, and I don't like driving through construction. We'll see how it goes, because the lanes always get really narrow, and sometimes there are the barriers on both sides, and I get really uncomfortable with those, so we'll see.
All right, well, yep, we're going through construction, so I should probably turn the camera off so Jenny can concentrate.
We just crossed the border from Illinois into Indiana. I believe we're driving through Hammond, Indiana right now. And it is so weird to say that we're currently in Indiana, because we haven't been here in so long, like a year and a half. So this is exciting. I'm very excited. I think we're only 3.5 hours?
Yeah, something like that.
3.5 hours?
No.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, there you go. 2.5, maybe 3. 2.5
to 3 hours from home. I'm so excited. I can't wait. I'm stoked to see family. It's gonna be a great time. I'm really excited.
I'm stoked to be off the road.
Oh, I'm so tired of sitting in the truck, guys. My legs hurt, my hips hurt, my shoulders hurt.
Back.
My back. Man, boy, does my back hurt. Alice, you weirdo. But one thing I've noticed on this drive that I was actually really surprised about. I don't know what I was expecting, but what I wasn't expecting was for almost our entire drive to be flat land. It was as soon as we crossed over the Rocky Mountains and we came down into Denver, it was flat, just as flat as Indiana. And then same with Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois. I expected Illinois to be flat because we've been to Illinois before and knew it was going to be flat, especially northern Illinois. But we had never been to Iowa, we had never been to Nebraska, we'd never driven through the eastern, or really most of Colorado anyway. And yeah, I'm shocked at how flat our entire trip was. I thought it was going to be a lot more scenic because you know, everything between the Rocky Mountains west all the way to the coast is so beautiful. There's so many different landscapes and rolling hills and mountains and red rocks and like big canyons and valleys and all of this really, really cool stuff to see. And then we get over the Rocky Mountains and it's just flat farmland everywhere, and that's nothing but farmland, or just nothing. There was a lot of nothing. We are not even a mile away, not even a mile from home.
About 2 miles.
Yeah. We are so stoked. We called David's dad to let him know that we were on our way because he asked us to, and then he called back and wanted to know what kind of beer David wanted.
My dad's so awesome.
He's
so thoughtful.
So great.
He somehow knew that after 3 days, I would be fiending for a cold one. And who'd have thought? Who'd have thought, right? Who
knew that David would want a beer after driving 3 days straight?
But
Your dad would know.
We have driven 1,724.4 miles. Total. We only have about 1 more mile to go.
Yep.
And we're there in 3 days. It's been a long 3 days, but it's actually also somehow gone by very quickly.
Yeah, it really has. It has flown by. The first day we were on the road, the first half of that day flew by, and then the second half we had a lot of issues, but it still flew by. And then yesterday and today, the last 2 days of the trip, have been, you know, very good weather, no big issues, not stuck in traffic. It's been fantastic. We've just been able to fly home, basically, and it's been fantastic. I can't even believe how fast it feels like it's flown by.
Last turn.
Last turn.
Ah.
You gotta wait for traffic.
And freaking traffic.
And I have to give a massive thank you and a massive shout out to everyone that has been joining our live streams. Some of you may not know this, but we go live on travel days. We also go live the second Monday of every month, but on this travel day, excluding the first day because we didn't have enough signal to go live on the first day, yesterday and today we went live 3 different times, each time for well over an hour. I think one of them was even over 2 hours at one point in time. And you guys made this trip fly. It seriously is. Thank you to you guys for being there, for supporting us, for essentially being our entertainment on the road.
And being a part of our travels, like for real. Yeah. And I, without question, we have the best viewers, the best subscribers. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
We just love hanging out with you, and you're just so much fun. So thank you. The turn signal is on.
It's on.
I see the house.
I see the house.
I see his truck. That's my dad's truck.
I'm so excited. Here we are. Sweetie, where are we?
Oh, turning in.
Is this Grandma and Grandpa's house?
We made it.
Is this Grandma and Grandpa's house? Who is this? Who is that?
Oh, you guys, we finally made it. It has been, she knows this house.
Is this Grandma and Grandpa's house?
Yep.
She knows. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm so happy right now.
All right.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Well, your dad's walking out, so I can see him or something. I just saw him open the door.
We'll be right back.
Yes.
So we just went inside and saw my parents that came out, gave them a huge hug. I haven't seen them in, thankfully, only 5 months because I saw them around Christmas, but I haven't been home here to Fort Wayne, Indiana in over 1.5 years. So this is awesome. I love being here. Everything is familiar. You know, that's one of the crazy things about the lifestyle that we live is that, you know, nothing is really ever familiar to us. Everywhere we go is brand new, which is awesome. So when we come back home, it's crazy to see places that are familiar to us. It's like, oh, I recognize all this. I recognize the street. I used to work there. I used to drive down this street to work. And that's the way we came home was on a highway that I drove to and from work every single day. So it was just very familiar, and it just took me down memory lane. You know, it was like, wow, I used to take this route every single day to work 10 years ago. And, you know, that's just really cool. And, you know, we're just going to hang out for the night in my parents' driveway before or just because it's late, we're tired. It's 10:30 p.m. now. We've driven 1,725 or 26 miles in 3 days, so we just want to be done and hang out with them for the night, and then tomorrow we'll get situated next to my parents' house and get all hooked up and all that kind of stuff. My biggest takeaway from this trip, though, driving 1,700 miles across America, is just how crazy Utah is. We saw so much differences in the landscape just driving through Utah alone. You've got, it went from like the juniper forests with, in the higher elevations to, the red rocks near Moab, and just the crazy rock formations and everything in Utah. And then once we got into Colorado, we went through the Rocky Mountains, and just the insane gorgeousness of Colorado as well. But then what was crazy is after we got down into eastern Colorado, how similar it was to Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. All those states were basically the exact same. Just the contrast to western Colorado and Utah was so striking. That was my biggest takeaway from basically this entire trip. But Jenny is getting the inside of the trailer ready now, and we got the pets all fed. Sweetie girl, you happy to finally be out of the truck? She just ate. I know she's happy.
She's super happy.
Alley Cat's happy now too. Alice is not a big fan of travel days at all. Really none of them are. The rabbits are now in their cage. They can finally stretch their hoppers out. And Jenny girl, you happy to be home? Or well, yeah, home.
It is home.
Our home is now home.
Our home is now home. I am incredibly happy to be here. It was really bittersweet leaving that campsite in Utah. That has got to be one of my favorite campsites we've ever stayed in.
Oh yeah, agreed.
And so it was so hard to leave a campsite that we love so much to, start a massive journey across the country. So it was bittersweet knowing that the next 3 days were gonna suck a lot because it was nonstop driving, literally.
Yeah.
But now that we're home, I'm so incredibly happy to be here. I love David's family. They are seriously like my parents. They're like my own parents. So they're so easy to be around. They're so easy to talk to. They're so easy to get along with. And so it's gonna be an amazing couple of weeks here. I'm so excited to spend so much time with them. It's fantastic.
Heck yeah. So we are gonna... Oh my gosh, Pup, I know.
I know.
Sweetie's excited to go inside and hang out with my family. She went into the house and was just like so excited, so happy. So we're gonna head on in there and spend the rest of the night with my parents, and I'm gonna drink a beer with my dad.
And I'm gonna take a shower.
Yeah, so am I. Once you're done, I'm taking one too. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night here, and we will see you guys next time. Bye. Sweet Pea, say goodbye to him. Say goodbye, puppy.
Good girl. That was a very, very violent head pro howl. Good girl. Are you happy? Are you happy? Come here.